kick in, cause we're ready to go. And no, we can't stop now, it's deep inside of our bones, consuming me like a magnetic pole. It's supernatural, so supernatural, yeah, yeah. We came to blow it up, bring some speakers and some subs. If you down.
Alright, so it's 1:30 in the morning here. Awesome embroidery done for Fragment Falls. This is supposed to be for
We can't stop, come on, let the beat rock. You know, we live for the drop. Yep, yeah, we live for the drop.
And once in a while you get embroidery and the ends don't come out smooth, the ends of the letters. So sometimes you can just gently burn the threads and things and kind of straighten them out. Every once in a while there's just the threads are out of control, they're sticking out too much, you end up burning too many threads away, and you end up even accidentally burning the outer layer of the roller. And so basically when we were doing our own embroidery, something like this, that was the advantage of having it when I was with that business partner, is that I would just no big deal. I mean, frustrating, but you just do it again and knock it out. Now I'm back to having an embroidery partner. So again, it's 1:30 in the morning. What I'm doing now is I'm going back to a drop-off location where I drop off things. Basically, I drop stuff off, they pick it up, go do what they got to do, and they bring it back, drop it off, same location, and I can pick it up there. Just makes it easier for me transport-wise. So the reason I got to rush this back, I'd like to go to bed, but I got to rush it back now, so that way they'll get it in the morning, and then that way they can hopefully knock it out tomorrow. Now, it's not necessarily that this thing needs to go right away. Obviously, Daniel and Bailey, it's not like she bought one from me. I wish she did. But obviously, it's just, example. I love those guys, love what they do. Super inspiring and just fanboy status times 10. And so, just wanted to send them one as a thank you. But anyways, so it's not that like it has to go tomorrow. But the problem is, again, you got stuff at different facilities. I'm still in this transitional phase of, we had everything at my business partner's place. So it's like you plan everything out, you write everything down, you plan your whole day, where everything's going to go, like step by step by step, so you maximize your time, make the most of every trip. My main storage facility is 5-6 miles away, get everything square, like, okay, we're good to go. And then you're like, fucking A, we're not good to go. And you know what? It's funny, like, little things like this, I mean, it comes with the territory. You got to know that these things are always going to happen. But, the weird thing is that, there's some days where you're just like, I can't fucking win. Like, this is all that happens all day long, every fucking thing. And you're like, oh my gosh. Example, we're making these really cool hats for the strength athlete, Bryce Lewis. It uses a special liner that we're using. Basically, moisture wicking liner to prevent the itchiness on your head with beanies. So get everything dialed in, got an awesome fabric I like, everything's good to go. Supplier's sending me the stuff. Waiting. Hey dude, just checking in, see where you're gonna mail it. Oh, I'm still trying to find it. You're like, great, would have been nice to know. So you're like, okay, cool. So you source an alternative fabric, looks great, you order it, all's good, comes in, and you're like, fucking A, I didn't realize there were different weights of Under Armour compression type fabric. So nope, it's a thick fabric. It's much too thick in my opinion. She's like, that's not going to work. So you're like, okay, let's see if I can find something locally now that we're like down to the wire. I really need to get this project done. So you go find something locally and you're like, all right, this is a reasonable alternative. Cool. So you go ahead, you buy that, and oh, they have it in the store, but they don't have quite as much as you need. So you say, okay, I'll buy what they have. Me and the lady that are helping me sew will start cutting that up, start getting it going. You wait. Finally, okay, cool. They got the fabric. They located it in the back of the warehouse. Basically, they're like, we'll call you when we find it. Cool. They got it in the warehouse. Awesome. Drive back there. Okay, I need this amount. Cool. Buy it. Off to go. Drive back to the place where we're working on things. What the fuck? These fabrics don't look the same. How can this be? You look at the SKU. Exactly the same SKU. You go back to the store. Exactly the same SKU. Show them two fabrics. They totally agree with you. Huh. Quality control must suck or something. Like the weight's not the same, just a little bit off, not much. But the color, like one's navy, one's like black. You're sitting here like, and just what I'm saying, it's like some days, it's just all that happens all day long. And so then even more so when I tell you about, how like I got everything planned for the day, right? I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this, and then this. You know what I mean? Like, very well planned. And you'd swear like everything was going to, obviously with a few, not everything's going to go perfect, but, you'd swear that you'd coordinate it as best as you possibly could to maximize your time, maximize any of the trips, maximize your driving, and just every fucking step gets completely sabotaged. And I'm telling you, if you're a startup, this happens all the time. Like I said, some days it's easier to deal with. Some days you just got stuff you're getting ready to do. Deadlines are getting close. I'm getting ready to travel next week and the week after. Getting ready to do a couple other big things that I'm not going to talk about here just yet. But just a lot of stuff, you're feeling the pressure. And then just when these things happen, you're just like, fucking hey, gosh. So the reason I'm recording this is because I was like, I wanted to have some frustrating moments caught on tape. Because I'm like, it's one thing to be like, I was going to like go drop this off, go back to my house, and then be like, oh, hey guys, it's 1:30 in the morning, this is what happened, blah, blah, blah. But you're like, no, show them the fucking embroidery fucked up. Tell them the fucking story. Show them sitting in your car on the side of the road at fucking 1:30 in the morning. But I can't tell you how many fucking times, like today, I write out every single thing. I plan it all the night before. I pack all my food. I pack all my supplies. I pack out like every single thing. Double, triple check, like, okay, I got everything I need. I'm leaving the house for the day. I got all these steps in a row. Like, I'm super mature, coordinated, planned, whatever. And then by the end of the day, you're like, I look like I don't have a fucking clue what I'm doing. And I'm the most disorganized motherfucker on this planet. Again, whoop-de-doo, a few little things went wrong. But again, you can just see where they add up over the course of the day. And just, I think for a lot of times, you'll just be like, fuck this shit. I don't want to deal with it. And when what happened today is like a minor example of how many more challenging, frustrating things have happened, and sometimes multiples in a day. Just try and start catching some of these on tape, and hopefully some of you can relate and see what bullshit goes on, and realize I got through it, and it's not worth the turn. It's still an awesome ride, and definitely one worth taking for many of us. All right, guys. See ya. All right, so here we go. The night after. I'm just smiling. Gotta take it all in. What the fuck? So, I'm going over to this place, right? They redid the Dana Lynn Bailey one. You're like, cool. Gonna get that. And then you're like, all right, so maximize this trip, right? I'll drop off a couple pieces that I need to get another roller started. So, just the other day, typically I have an online supplier for my material for the outer part of the rollers, but had run a little short, so I've used a local supplier, so no big deal. So I go over there, I tell them what I need, purchase it, all good to go, and I've done it a million times, right? So all good. Get back home, I cut the one piece out of some stuff I already have, and then I cut theirs, and I'm like, wait a minute, I can't cut this. What the fuck? It's 2 inches too short, like 2.5, 3 inches too short. Like, what the fuck? I look at the receipt. It's the amount that I asked for, but the fabric does not match. So then you come over to this place where I'm dropping my stuff off, and I can't maximize the trip and drop off that next stuff because now I have the wrong size fabric piece. So now I need to go back to that place tomorrow, tell them what the fuck, get my new piece, and then come back here. But oh wait, now those people have already come to pick up the embroidery stuff here. So I'll have missed for this day. I'll have to be passed on to the next day, unless I want to drive 6 miles down to their location to go get that taken care of. So you're like, all right, well, I still got to go over and grab the Dana Lynn Bailey stuff. So you're like, okay, everything's good. I'll just grab that, and I'll be good to go. So then you get over here, and we talked about reducing the size of it to prevent the threads fraying out. Remember, like they were doing at the bottom from yesterday. So you're like, okay, cool, no big deal. So I get it. I'm like, nice and smaller. It's fine, nothing's frayed, all's good. I'm like, wait a minute. What the fuck? The color's not the same. And this is an embroidery partner I've been using for years, guys. This isn't like someone brand new. They didn't use the same color. That's important because it needs to match the other side here. So what the fuck? So then I get over here and it's wrong. So now, what is it? 1:15 in the morning. Now I need to go back home and cut another piece to bring back here so that they'll get it in the morning when they come back here. but I won't be able to give them the other pieces to get done at the same time because I have to go back to the fabric store. It's fun. It's a fun life. So anyways, this is just another chapter of wanting to share just day-to-day bullshit. It's just a grind. I don't really know what else to say. Like I said, it's someone I've dealt with before. I deal with all the time. They're awesome. I love you guys. Just once in a while, things get fucked up. So, yeah, more wasted material. That's not a big deal, but just the time driving back and forth. So, go back home, got that new piece, drop it off here. Have to drop off other pieces Monday. Get to bed at like 2 a.m. again. Every weekend, it cracks me up. I talk to my grandmother on the phone. So if you can't get your bed schedule a little earlier, because she's just trying to be nice, being grandmother. You know what I mean? You can't get a little bit earlier, and you always just well, I try and I try and I try, fucking try. But when this stuff happens all the time, you just kind of roll with the punches. And again, I'm showing my frustration a little bit, but you just learn to just kind of okay, whatever, shit is what it's gonna be. So. Move on. All right, enough ranting. Thanks for listening. Hopefully this helps in some way.
Yeah, we live for the drop. Like a heartbeat, it keeps me